This is tutorial number 148, and it covers how to optimize part center of gravity within SOLIDWORKS. Now to start off, let's open up a new part file. Let's click File, click New, click Part, click OK. Now in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to place the center of gravity or the center of mass of your part onto the origin here. So that at this origin and at this point is going to be the center of mass, center of gravity of your part. And we're going to do this because we have all of the planes, the major planes, so the front plane, top plane, and right plane run right through that point. And plus, it allows you to manipulate and just use your part and create it the best way possible and implement it, say, in an assembly. And it just gives you more flexibility and freedom to do more things with your part, just so that you know where the center of gravity is and to have your center of gravity at that origin. Now to start off, what we're going to do is we're going to create a couple offset planes from the front plane. So click this front plane here, click Insert, click Reference Geometry, click Plane, and make it 100. Click OK. And then we're going to do the same with the other plane. Click Insert, click Reference Geometry, click Plane, do 100, but reverse the direction. Click OK. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a sketch on this plane. We're going to center those sketches on the X and Y. We're going to extrude between the two sketches, and then we're going to change the Z direction, so the distance of both of these planes, to create the center of gravity and make the center point right on the origin. So to start off though, we have a 200 millimeter distance between the two here. So if you wanted your part to be 200 millimeters long, make sure that in between here is 200, because after, say we have to move this 5 millimeters one way, this plane is going to be 105 and this plane is going to be 95. Just so you know that beforehand, make sure that the distance between the two planes is exactly what you want. So first off, let's sketch on this plane. So what we're going to do first, is we're going to create a two triangle sketches. One's going to be a scalene, one's going to be an isosceles. So first let's draw a scalene. So let's draw it out. And a scalene has 3 unique lengths. So this sketch here, you can see 3 unique lengths for each side. Click OK. Click Feature Parameters, click Extrude, and do a midplane. Now when we do a midplane this time, we're not going to get 0 in our Z. We're going to get 100 because it's offset 100. Click OK. And let's do the mass properties. You can see we got the 100, and then we're just going to be using the X and the Y. So our X is 3.87 and our Y is 6.53. Now they're both negative, so we're going to be putting in positive values. Now let's edit the sketch, and let's click Tools, click Sketch Tools, click Move, and let's highlight all the points so we have them. And you can see that we can move it around. Now in the X, let's put 3.87, and in the Y, let's put 6.53. And we can see the translation there between the green and the blue. Looks good, it's working for us. Click OK. And I don't think it went through, so we're going to have to do this again. So click, move, highlight those points, do 3.87 and 6.53. Now when we go to check, let's click OK. And let's check our mass properties. And we'll see that we have 0, 0, and 100. That's exactly what we want. So we're happy with this sketch now, so let's delete this extrude, and let's hide this sketch. Now let's go on to plane 2, and we'll do another triangle. Now, this time we're going to do a isosceles, so we're going to make 2 lines the same. So click any 2 lines, and make them equal. Click OK. Now extrude it out do midplane just like the first one, do the mass properties, and we can see that we need a translation of 0.47 and negative 5.41. And the z is at negative 100, and that's what it should be. So let's edit the sketch. And let's click Tools, Sketch Tools, click Move, highlight the points, click OK, and just go back into it. Sometimes I have a problem using this. For some reason, I have the points, I do the translation, I click OK, and it doesn't work. So sometimes when I highlight it, leave it, and come back, then it starts working better for me. So now let's type in 0.47 and negative 5.41. We can see the translation, looks good. Click OK, click OK, accept it, and let's do the mass properties. And again, we have 0, 0, negative 100, exactly what we want. Let's get out of it, and let's delete this extrude, and let's show the other sketch. So now what we've done is that our two sketches that we're going to loft between the two, they're already centered on the x and y. So when we loft these two, our center of our center of gravity is going to be at 0x, 0y, and whatever z value is going to be. So now let's loft these two. Click Loft, click each sketch. You're going to see the loft go through. Click OK. And now let's do the mass property. And you can see that we have 0, x equals 0, y equals 0. That's exactly what we thought we were going to get because we've already done the x and the y. Now our z value is 12.55. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to shift each of these planes 12.55 millimeters. So what we're going to have to do is plane 2 is going to have to increase, and the plane 1 is going to have to decrease. So let's do this. Let's click plane 1, click Edit Feature. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have 100 and take away the 12.55. So what we're going to have is 87.45. So let's do that. 87.45. Click OK. And for plane 2, we're going to have to add. So we're going to have 112.55. Click OK. So now we've moved the whole planes over. Check the mass property, and we have 0, 0, and 0. So now we have the purple center of gravity is right on our origin. So our whole part, the center of gravity is exactly on the origin. And that's what we've set out to do. So now we're able to optimize using this part as we know where the center of gravity is. The center of gravity runs through all the major planes, and we're able to manipulate and do what we want with this part now, knowing the center of gravity, and we're able to implement it even better in assemblies if we have to. And that concludes our tutorial on how to use the center of gravity tool within SOLIDWORKS.